Hello ladies and gentlemen, Konojo here. Welcome back to Dirt Rally. When we left off last time, I had a decision on my hands, and that was to pick, oops, apparently I picked myself, one of these three vehicles. I asked you guys to tell me what you thought I should do, and unfortunately it was very mixed. The one thing that was clear is that people are tired of the Stratos because apparently everybody picks that. And why wouldn't they, with its mid-mounted V6, 240 horsepower, and the lowest weight of the three cars? Well, that leaves me with just the Ford Escort Mark II and the Fiat 131 Abarth. The two are pretty similar in horsepower and weight. The Escort actually has the highest horsepower of the three, and I think that's the one I'm going to go with, because I really like the Escort Mark II for one, and because I still kind of suck, and I don't want to give myself too much of a disadvantage to go with the Fiat. So that's the decision I've made. We're going with the Escort. Yes, I would like to purchase this vehicle. That leaves me with 55,000 credits. And I got the achievement of garage space. And I also want to look at the team management. So we have a crew chief who is level 2. I don't think there's a whole lot I can do as far as like picking different crew chiefs. I think it just kind of comes over time, like as your experience builds up. So that is set. However, over here we have an empty slot where I could choose an assortment of other people. And I believe these are engineers. And these people, whoa, getting really expensive, will help repair the car in the pit stages. Will help repair it with more efficiency. Okay, well the number one thing I damage seems to be wheels, bodywork, and kind of suspension stuff, sometimes radiator. So maybe let's do radiator, wheels, and bodywork as the three strongest. This guy's got a 76 and an 82 on wheels, only 55 radiator. 74, but only 54 and an 81. 67, 77. Maybe that top guy then. Oh, here's 73, 78, 65. Bodywork, I guess, is the least important out of that. It's usually just the windshield that drives me nuts. So yeah, let's go with Bruno here. I would like to hire this engineer. Okay. So it's gonna cost you. Nice. And 100. Okay, I have 1.1 miles to go until we unlock a perk for the crew chief. 100 miles to go to unlock a perk for the engineer. I could hire more, but let's just see where this takes us for now. So as we continue here and kind of work our way through progression, the stages are probably going to get longer. They're going to pick more of them per event. We now have 6, and the competition will of course be more difficult. I have no idea really what to do with the setup wise in this car. I've not driven it before, so I'll just leave it as is. I am going to do a shakedown because I'd like at least a tiny bit of experience with it. We're on the opposite side of the car, so there's something.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright.
680.
Probably do the second gear start thing with this one as well.
80 down, bump dip.
Certainly a little bit more power at our disposal. Steering feels a little different.
60 down.
Almost a little heavier perhaps.
Right 5, don't cut. Into caution, left 4, half long. Into turn, left 3, long.
So I tried switching over to...
Into right 5, don't cut, 60.
Lots there.
Right 6,
Overall, this doesn't feel too obnoxiously
left 660.
different than the Mini did.
Left 660.
And I'm coming out of doing
right
some Pikes
660.
Peak practice,
Left 6 crest.
which is what I was getting to. I've
Into
been
right 3, long down.
experimenting with using
Into caution, left
the
5,
clutch
don't cut.
with the H pattern. I'm just not a huge fan. Not a huge fan of the way they're modeling that just yet. Hey, you're locking up the brakes, guy. Jeez. Flat spot in my tires. Well, that doesn't happen on dirt, does it? Just kidding. But yeah, like I was saying, the clutch, the way it emulates that, you can't just rev match to downshift. You can basically have it kick you out of gear, which I didn't particularly like. It's just, they do a lot of weird things to try and make it seem more quote-unquote realistic. But all they kind of did was make it frustrating.
5, 4,
Second
3,
gear.
2, 1, go. Left
We go.
6, 80.
I gotta get used to listening to the navigator again. That's one thing with Bike Speak. No
Left 6
navigator,
over crest, 60 down.
which is
Caution,
very
right
frustrating.
5, 60 down. Right 5, don't cut. Into care. Left 4, half long.
Oh, what he just said
left
there.
3 long.
Oh, I think he said carrot, okay.
Into
I thought he was saying
right 5,
carrot.
don't cut,
Like,
60.
what's a
Right
carrot?
6 long over crest.
So far,
Left 6, 60.
I have to say I really like the way
Left
this
6,
handles.
60.
I did drive
Right 6,
the
60.
Stratos a little
Left
bit,
6
not
crest.
very much. You'll
Right
notice it's
3
in the
long
intro.
down. Into caution,
I
left
like the
5,
gearing a
don't
lot
cut.
more, that's for sure.
Right 4, keep out.
Oh.
60 over crest.
That's why I said keep out.
Left 4 continues for 90.
Alright, the AI are definitely more difficult because that was
hairpin left.
not an awful start there, and missed that he said hairpin. Dang it.
Right 4.
Gotta pay attention. I probably should have just gotten rescued there. Alright, let me pay attention a little bit better.
Into left 6. Crest bump.
Oh, rear-wheel drive. Oh, and you can't kill people. That is a major no-no. Major no-no.
And right 6 through dip, 60.
Alright, went ahead and used my restart, so no restart bonus for this one. As I kind of adapt and get used to the car.
3, 2, 1.
Probably
Go.
should have taken
Left
some more
6, 80.
shakedowns, to be honest.
Right 5, 80 down, bump dip.
But let's focus on not killing people.
Left 6 over crest.
Seems to be
60
something
down.
they frown upon.
Caution right 5, 60 down. Right 5, don't cut. Into caution left 4, half
Oh.
long. Into turn left 3 long.
Let's see if I can get a little better time in
Into
this
right
first stage,
5,
now that
don't
I'm
cut, 60. Right 6
freshly
long
familiar
over
with it.
crest. Left 6, 60.
It's a pretty
Left
quick
6, 60.
little sector here.
Right 6, 60. Left 6 crest.
Okay.
Into right 3 long down.
Where's this hairpin
Into
at?
caution left 5, don't cut.
It's all more to
Right
cut now.
4, keep out.
Okay, there was this.
60 over crest.
I remembered it this time. A little better.
Left 4 continues for 90. And caution right 6. Into immediate hairpin left.
There's the hairpin.
And
Sneaks up on you.
Right 4.
No problem getting this one sideways.
And hairpin
That's
right.
just a little easy to get it bogged down with just a rear-wheel drive.
Into left 6. Crest bump.
Yeah,
And right 6 through dip.
that's
60.
where
left around tree.
That's where the rear-wheel drive versus front-wheel drive really kind of comes into play, is these
100
hairpins. Really got to be prepared for it to
Hairpin
kick
right.
out.
Right 6.
I feel like it's,
80.
once I get used to it, which I'm not yet, obviously,
Left 6
it'll actually
half
be a
long.
little easier than the Mini.
And caution right 6. Into hairpin left. 80
Oops.
over crest.
Hairpin,
And crest
This
jump
is-
maybe.
typically been one of my
Right 6, 60.
worst stages with all the hairpins. Yeah, 5 seconds is not the end of the world, though.
150. Small crest. Left 6 long
Oh,
crest.
a little too much counter steer. It's certainly nice using the clutch pedal, or using the H pattern with the clutch, and that you get the nice quick shifts. It doesn't do all the delay.
Left
just a little too
long,
inconsistent.
opens and tightens over jump.
Maybe over time, when I stop
Into
sucking so
right
much,
four
I'll...
long, tightens 3, don't cut.
Ooh, that was close.
Into left 6, 80 over crest.
I'll try and come
jump.
back to that.
Left 5 long, 60.
I just saw a tweet from Better Lines, who
And right 4 long,
is
don't cut.
in
Up.
contact with the devs of this game. They actually contacted
Left
him
6, small jump.
because he had a lot of very good thoughts about the force feedback engine. And
Right
he
6 and
was
left
invited to
6,
go to the
110
studio today
up.
and test out the new force feedback model, which is cool. Look forward
Into
to
turn, hairpin
hearing
left.
his thoughts about it, though I'm sure they don't want him to be overly public
Right 5 long.
about his findings there.
Care left 6 crest.
But
keep
at least
in.
we know it's on the
100
horizon.
Crest 80.
We also know
Left 6.
the Germany
100.
course is on the horizon because they accidentally released a
Caution
patch
right 2 half long.
that included it, even though it wasn't
Into turn hairpin
finished.
left.
Luckily,
Into right 6 80 over crest.
okay. Luckily, I didn't
Caution right 4 don't cut.
have any
stay
problems with getting that version because it did corrupt the save file.
100 to finish.
Eesh. You've certainly got some learning to do with this. 16 seconds down, I think is what I saw. 16 seconds down indeed. 4th place. Got some work to do. Anybody else done this? No, they have not. Alright, looks like we've gotten Faster Chief, which means I think we, obviously we did more than 1 mile, so Crew Chief got an upgrade. We'll figure out what that means later on. Alright, the stage will be at night. Luckily, I don't think we picked up
5,
any damage.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, second gear's still the way to go.
Left 4, 60. Left 6, into hairpin
Starting
right.
out with the tight stuff.
Into left 3 long, 100.
Yeah, I never get a good feeling for what gear to go down into those. Second was probably the right answer.
Continues for 100. Keep left over crest. Right 6, don't cut.
Really building some speed
Into
here.
left 5 continues for 150.
This actually feels like a repeated
Into turn hairpin
section.
right,
No, it's not, I
80.
know. Know where I'm at now. Remember this from the first
Right
events.
5 continues for 130 over bumps.
Right.
Caution left 6, half long, small jump.
One thing I haven't really commented on
Right
is...
6 long. To left 3, don't cut, continue to 130.
Sorry, something distracted me there. I'm not sure what it was. Probably the impending death.
Right 4, jump.
Is the lighting and the headlight rolling and stuff like that? It's another
Left
strong,
four long, don't cut.
strong point for sure.
Jump. Into right 4 long, tights to 3, 60.
I like how it's not just, you know, deadpan across
Left
the
four over
terrain.
jump,
You can
cut.
see like the different reflectors and whatnot in there.
Right 5 long, 100 down, braking. Hairpin left.
It doesn't just light up the terrain linearly.
60.
Yeah, we're getting it now.
Into big jump and jump.
That almost felt like I knew what I was doing. I'm still pretty far behind, but... So yeah, this is a repeated section here. This is the
Left
same
6. Into right 6 long.
set of
80 over
hairpins that
crest.
I stink
Left
at.
6 braking, 60 down, acute left.
I didn't get to kick out into this one. Really bogged down.
Hairpin right, 60 around tree.
But unlike the Mini, I actually feel like this car kind of moves around a... What are you doing, Nut? Don't move around like that, car. Crap. Crap, 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 crap.
Caution left 6.
Maybe we weren't ready to move
60
on.
down, hairpin left.
No, just need a little bit more practice with it.
Into caution left 4 and down into hairpin
I
right.
gotta remember to actually take my foot off the throttle. That
Left
was...
6.
Jeez, these hairpins kill me.
Into right 3 half long.
That was one thing with the Mini, is that
60,
you
keep right over crest.
didn't
Caution
dare
left 4, don't
let
cut.
off the throttle because that car
5 don't cut.
struggled to keep momentum. 12 seconds.
Into
Ew.
left 4 long, 80 over crest. Right 6. Into left 6. Into
I have a
right
feeling we're
6,
going to be
tight
taking a couple
5,
seasons in this
40.
car.
Right 6. Into left 5 long over crest. Left 5 over bad bump, don't cut.
Although with 6 stages
right
we get
3.
some time to kind of redeem ourselves rather than just
And right 4.
a couple stages.
Into left 5. And left 660, keep left over crest.
I assume we'll have a couple opportunities to repair the car.
Keep right over crest. Into left 5, don't cut. 80.
Oh, he said don't cut. He said don't cut. I cut. Oh, that was close. That was very close to major damage. Alright. 334. Fourth place again. Fourth place again. Alright, so after 2 stages, we get to do some repairs. Let's see the difference. It's pretty significant, it would appear. Because, yeah, this is way more than I would get out of them previously. Wow. Yeah, did a ton of work to it. Cool. Well, that is nice. And let's start the next stage.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
Left 5, continue to 100 over bumper. Right 6,
Alright, I
bump
think
dip.
this is the
Caution slow.
faster stage
Into
here.
right 5, into hairpin right.
There's a few hairpins to begin.
To left 5, 60.
Just gotta
keep
try
right
not
over
spin
crest.
out. Yeah, left off the
6,
throttle.
dip.
That's the right thing to do there.
Caution right 6, 80. Acute left, 60.
For some reason, this stage is like very clear in my mind. I'm not sure why that would be.
Left 6.
I've done it more than any other ones.
Into right 4 long, 60.
Okay.
Right 3, don't cut.
Oh, okay.
Into left 4. Into right 3 times
Nose
2,
is
60.
seeming not as responsive. This must be a looser surface.
Left 4.
My
Into
steering
left
inputs
4,
feel a little muddy.
Into acute right.
I actually don't remember this, so
Into hairpin left.
okay. I'll remember that though. I'll say the difficulty is maybe a little bit greater than I was expecting it to be.
Stay mid over crest, past junction.
Especially coming out of the
Right 3 long, keep in.
super fast
To left
hill
2
climb
long
cars.
through dip, crest. Into right 5. Into right 2 late. Into turn
Okay.
left 2. Into square right.
Didn't I say this was going to be the faster of the stages?
Left 5 tight.
I was wrong.
Into right 6. Into left 6.
Here's where I think it starts to
Right
open up.
6, 60. Right 1.
I don't even know if this thing has 5 gears. I really don't.
Turn left 1 past junction. And left
So for
4.
these sections, I quite like the way this car drives.
Into right 6, 60. Keep
The
right
tight
over
stuff
jump,
I'm still a little
100. Right
iffy
6
about.
over
Maybe we
jump,
need to make some
tightens to right 5. Left
setup
6.
changes.
Into right 4 over small crest, tightens. Into caution right 1 down.
That's pretty good there.
Into right 4, 60.
A little too much counter steer.
Caution, keep right over crest. Into open hairpin left. Into right 6.
Yeah, I'm starting to understand it.
Into left 2.
Let's see if we can maybe
Into turn left 2.
get ourselves at
To
least
right one
a
over
green
crest.
sector.
Into left 5.
Felt pretty good till
Left
right there.
6 through dip, 80. Right 1 tightens, post outside.
Not quite.
Into
Not quite.
crest. Into right 4. Into left 4. Caution left 6 into immediate turn to left, don't cut.
Okay, I remember this part. Deceiving little turn here.
Into left 4 long.
Ah, did it again. Shreds. Gotta let off the throttle.
Into right 6.
My mind tells me that if I just lay into the throttle, it's
Into
gonna,
right 1.
straighten up.
Small
Yeah, front-wheel
crest.
drive car will do that. Not usually a rear-wheel drive
Into
car.
right 2. Into left 6. And right 3 over crest jump. 80. Left 6
Whoop.
through dip. 80.
Stay off the
Double
edges.
caution right 5 over big jump.
Okay, it does have
Left
5 gears, I
5
just
long.
did a check.
To finish.
It wasn't terrible. We had that one little half spin. But, okay, third place is better than fourth place. Man, these guys were not kidding. The Fiat seems to be the fastest car for the AI. Still in fourth place. Got a good bit of distance between us and third place.